Welcome back to WordPress development series, Taxonomy to JSON Part 3. In the last video, I took this taxonomy data and turned it into a custom data array like this. And in this video, I will take this data and turn it into a JSON file like this, so that it can be used with JavaScript. Now let's get started. Alright, so on the last video, we just created this data structure where we got all our state and cities, corresponding cities as children. At this point, we're gonna go ahead and disable this, because we know we're getting the result. And the first step would be to convert this data into JSON. A variable JSON data, and we're going to implement JSON encode, same variable. We can just copy from here. So this is our array. This is what you're seeing here. So this will make it look nice. Okay, and instead of this, we're going to say JSON data. Save it. Now let's go refresh. Now you know this is our array architecture, but once we refresh, it's going to change it into JSON. Boom, look at that. So once we take this and put that into a JSON file, this is what it's gonna look like. All right, so let's go do that. Okay, so now that we have seen what this does and it converts it into JSON, now let's move on to the next step, where we're gonna go ahead and create a location dir wp upload dir. So, and this one gives us an array of information, what we are going to see right now. Let's enable this, and instead of data, we're going to go ahead and do dir. Save it. Let's rerun, and this is what it gives us, where all the base directory information, the absolute path of the upload folder, and that's where we're trying to create our JSON file. So from here, I'm just gonna use just the base dir. For example, if I just say base dir, just like this guy, let's see what happens. That's it, we get the folder information. But to write the file, we're going to use a PHP function called file put content, where we're going to need the whole path, including the file name. So what we do is create another variable, which is slash. So now if we combine the two, we're going to get a full URL, which is, now let's see what this looks like. Since this is one string, we can use echo file location. Let's verify. Perfect. So now we have the entire absolute path of the JSON file we're about to create, all the way down to the file name, right? So now let's bring in the actual function that will perform the writing. Also, let's see what it says. So now we have everything in place. Refresh. Oh, so this denotes that it actually did something. It actually wrote to the necessary folder in a file name, right? So let's go check. Okay, so if we track it down to the file system, this is where our project is. And then go down to content and upload folder. That's where we're trying to send it, and dig down, and we find our states and cities JSON file, right? And let's open this guy up and see what's up. Boom, look at that. So now we have a fresh little file with all the data in a JSON format just the way we want it and ready to go for use by JavaScript. Some of you might be wondering, like, now that we converted this data into a static JSON, so what happens when somebody else creates extra cities, right? I mean, new categories are created, right? Or if we are dealing with, let's say, post information to make our output faster, how do we keep the data fresh? For that, I have a few quick pointers for you. Luckily for us, WordPress provides us with some good hooks. Like, for example, if we were dealing with post data, we have save post. So every time somebody updates or saves a new post, this hook gets triggered. So we can just convert this thing into a function and hook on to this one. So no matter what, anytime anybody creates a new post, this will launch this function and refresh this data by generating the new file. And since this is category and taxonomy, we have another great hook called create_taxonomy name. So here, if it is a category, you can say create_category, it becomes your hook. And in our case, our taxonomy name is states, right? So we can just hook onto that, create_states. That way, anytime anybody creating a brand new category or taxonomy, this hook gets launched and we recreate this file with the new data. So keep the data fresh. That's all for now, and next video we will take the same data. Instead of creating a JSON file, we're going to create a brand new REST API custom URL. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button and the subscribe button. This will help me bring more free contents like this to you every week. Thanks again.